See how juicy the meat is. Okay, so I'm gonna continue shredding. The meat is nice and juicy. Smoke went all the way into the meat itself. This is really, really good. Well, today I'm going to do a pulled chicken on the Masterbuilt 560. So what I did was that I prepped up the chicken over here, seasoned it out. I'm going to do it beer can style so we get a even smoking all around, so I don't have to worry about one side burning, the other side isn't. We're going to be running it about 230 degrees for about 1 hour. Then I'll kick it up to about 335 to 350 and finish it off. Probably take another couple hours. This is a 7-pound chicken. So once it's done, we'll pull it out, let it rest a bit, and then we'll just shred it up. I'm gonna either make gravy or you can put barbecue sauce on it and it makes a good pulled chicken sandwich. But we'll give this thing a couple of hours and we'll come back and take a look at it. Welcome back. It's been an hour, holding steady about 230. We got thermocouple attached to the chicken. We see the chicken right now after 1 hour. Well, 96 degrees right now. So what I'm gonna do, let's just give this a look. You can see the chicken. After 1 hour, then we take this temperature and we crank it up to about 350. Now we're gonna have to start cooking this thing. And that's a two-step cooking of a chicken. Basically, you want to do 2 stages. The first stage is a slow cook. So that's going to be right around 225 to 230 for the first hour. The reason why you want to keep it at a low temperature is that when the chicken is cold, you have all the fat renderings and the moisture in the chicken. And then when you cook it slow, that smoke will permeate into the liquid and it goes into the meat that way. If you were to start off at a higher temperature, like at 275 degrees, and you just keep it at a steady temperature, it doesn't give the smoke that much time to soak into the liquid of the chicken. It's going to do some because it's at a lower temperature, but when you're running it at 225, 230, it gives it that much more time for the smoke to go in. Then after the first hour, it's a move at that point anyway, so just crank it up to 350 just to get that chicken start cooking and then start to crisp up the skin. So we're probably looking maybe right around 2 hours on this. This is a 7-pound chicken. So we'll check back on it when it's done. And okay, I just want to show you quickly that the app is working fine. No issues with the app either. Showing you the temperature of the probe right now that's inside the meat. Temperature I got it set at. It's doing pretty good. You know, I could adjust the temperature up and down, but right now I got it set where I want it. I also like to point out that the warranty service that Masterbuilt provided was pretty quick. I got the new temperature probe within a week. There was a back order on the switch for the door, but that came a couple weeks later, so they're pretty responsive. I sent them an email and they sent me back a notice that they're sending the parts out. So I could commend that the customer service is pretty good. The app is pretty good, so we just move forward with the review. So right now, here's the temperature of the probe right now. And I got it set for 165 to notify me. I got the probe stuck into the thighs. So as soon as it hits 165, it'll notify me. And I can come out and check it with the instant read thermometer and make any adjustments if I have to. So the app has been pretty handy and it's been working as it should. You know, in the beginning they had issues with it, but it's working fine right now. Alright, the app just told me that temperature was reached. I confirmed it with instant read. So here's what the chicken looks like. I'll shut off the grill, let it rest for a while, and then we'll start doing some shredding. So I actually cooked faster than I thought it was going to. It cooked over maybe, looks like an hour and a half, or a little less than an hour and a half. It was done after the initial 1 hour. This is at 350 degrees now. Well, here's the chicken, it's done. Take this chicken off of here. Okay, you can see all the juice that's inside us. And that's what we're going to use to make gravy. I'm just going to set this down here and let it roast. Okay, when I made the beer can chicken, what I did was that I cut away the opening. You know, you got that little fat in the tail that sticks out here. I cut away the opening so that it fits in here a little bit better. I spread out the legs, so one's going one direction, legs going the other direction. Help stabilize it, but this is a pretty good beer can thing here because it captured the juice. Let a lot of smoke come up through the grates and it and it keeps the excess fat from dripping down onto the smoker box. So I'm going to make gravy with this juice here. I'll shred the chicken up and we'll show you what it looks like after I get it shredded up. Sit for a few minutes, then we'll start shredding it. Okay, it's got a nice crispy skin there. This guy here is missing his wing tips. Nice and juicy. Nice doing it easier. Okay, so I'm gonna continue shredding. You can see how juicy the meat is. Get some leftover juice here. Okay, so this is our shredded chicken. I added the leftover juice that we had that I did not need for my gravy. You can see how juicy it was when I was cutting it up and shredding it up there. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be good. Usually I just cut the chicken and slice it and eat it, but this time we're going to shred it. By shredding the chicken, you can use the leftovers as a sandwich, or you can put it in salads or in egg omelets or whatever. But for now, this is it. This was a 7-pound chicken, and it took from 2:15. So it took 2.5 hours for the 7-pound chicken to get cooked. That's allowing for the 1 hour of smoking and then a good hour and a half at 350 or so degrees. And it came out juicy and perfect and smoky tasting. I made the gravy out of juices that flowed into the beer can portion. And then the gravy itself, since it's got the smoke infused, it's going to have a nice smoky taste to that gravy also. So you can pour the gravy into the chicken and then maybe some white rice and pour that gravy on the white rice, and we're in for a very good meal. Well, I can tell that the meat is nice and juicy. Nice smoky taste to the meat. Smoke went all the way into the meat itself. And then the gravy naturally is infused with that smoke too. So this is really, really good. And my dog is eating it too. Thank you for watching.